everybody, welcome back. It's Layla here, and it's time for Tuesdays with Layla. This is the my YouTube vlog chronicling my weight loss story, and what inspired me, of course, is Team 383 ran by Mr. Brian Fleming. So last week was kind of my intro video on that. I'll link that below if you didn't get to see it. It's really short. It's just a couple minutes long. Like I said, it's just an intro. So today it's going to be a kind of a little bit about me and my weight loss so far, what I've been doing, and I wrote myself some notes so I can stay on track because sometimes that is hard for me to do. I'm a chatty kind of little girl. So basically my weight loss so far, I really started getting into more of challenging myself kind of with weight loss because it was presented as a challenge for my work. We were doing a take it off challenge. So basically it was a challenge. I think first prize was going to be like $150 Visa gift card, and I thought, shopping. So I entered the challenge and began this journey. The first thing I had to do, and I knew that it had to be done because it's primarily what's kind of held me back with being able to lose weight, is I had to give up Mountain Dew. Oh my God, that was so hard for me to do, so terribly hard for me to do, to give up Mountain Dew. I was so addicted to it, but I knew it had to be done. I knew that was the first step. The second step was to kind of start disciplining myself. I'm a pretty healthy eater anyway. I don't eat fast food. I don't ever, but I don't choose to, just because I think I just kind of got burnt out on the whole fast food thing. Everything just started tasting the same, and I just wasn't liking it, so I've just really never been a big fan. Well, I can't say never, but probably the past 5 years of my life, I have not been a fan of fast food whatsoever. So that was easy. The eating healthy part for me is very easy because I really do choose to eat healthier. I enjoy healthier foods more. Lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, lots of chicken. Oh, I love chicken. But for me, the problem wasn't so much of what I was eating, it was how frequently I was eating. And unfortunately, sometimes that would come down to once a day. And I was pretty okay with eating once a day. I really don't have a large appetite. Part of that is a side effect from a medication that I take. It causes me to kind of lose my appetite and not be nearly as hungry. And so my body, basically just being in starvation mode, would hold on, and I couldn't lose. So I had to start disciplining myself on an eating regimen. And so I try to make sure that I eat at least something every 3 hours. You know, a banana, an apple. I love fruit, and I buy it a lot. You know, maybe a couple crackers even. Just something every 3 hours. And it's become, over time, I started this back in February. So over time, it's just become, you know, I've almost conditioned myself that about every 3 hours I'm hungry for something, you know. Nothing big, but something. So that was a big thing. So it was quitting the Mountain Dew. I didn't completely stop drinking Mountain Dew, that wouldn't be honest, but I have limited myself to 1 per week. And so it's kind of my treat, is 1 per week. And I have done a couple of weeks where I haven't even gotten the 1. Usually it's when I go grocery shopping, I just grab 1 right there. But before, it was copious amounts of Mountain Dew. It was at least a 2-liter a day. And not admitting, if I was out and about, I would stop at my favorite little store where you don't even have to get out of your car. It's called the Hit and Run, because you just go through the drive-thru, order whatever, they'll bring out a sack of groceries, they don't care. And then you go. But they have the most delicious crack-infused, I swear to God, Mountain Dew on the face of this earth. It's just so good. But I had to give that up. So going on, so far since February, I have lost 27 pounds. And actually, let me take that back. Probably since December, I've lost 27 pounds. From the time I really started in February, I've lost 23 pounds. But according to my doctor's office, my heaviest I was in December. Since then, I have lost 27 pounds. So that's huge. I've at least dropped a size, maybe 2. None of my clothes want to fit me anymore, but I refuse to go out and buy anything until I've gotten down a little bit more. So, but 27 pounds, so woohoo for me, because that was huge and hard. Another thing that kind of makes my weight loss a little bit more difficult is that I suffer from hypothyroidism. Mine is autoimmune though. It is not your typical hypothyroidism where your thyroid hormone just doesn't make enough thyroid stimulating hormone, also known as TSH, in order for you to use it. My thyroid makes plenty of TSH. My T4 levels, my T3s, all of that is perfectly fine. What my condition is, and it's actually called Hashimotos Hypothyroidism, so I'll put a link below. There's a really good description of it at Mayo Clinic, just in case you're curious. But what it basically is that I make all of enough hormones, so I don't need to take replacement, but my cells do not have enough receptors to take it. So it's down on the cellular level. Basically, my cells have made T4 antibodies, and so they reject it. And that's why it's an autoimmune disorder, and so therefore I can't take medication for it. So it's just more difficult for me to lose weight. It's easy for me to gain it and keep it on. It's very difficult for me to lose it because my metabolism is just so slow that I really have to up my game. And the problem is that I will plateau so quickly. Like I could lose 3 pounds and plateau. And that has happened a lot through this journey, is that I've lost a pound or 2, and then plateau for 2-3 weeks, don't lose anything, and then bam, lose like 5 pounds, and then plateau for a month, and then lose 2. So that's kind of how it's been going. But that's okay. I'm fine with that because one of my biggest fears is excess skin. I'm vain. And I admit it, and I can admit it, so that's fine. And one of my biggest fears is having excess skin. Almost kind of here recently, actually, I was doing some makeup, and my little pores were showing through terribly, and they're just getting bigger as my face is slimming down. And I'm not going to say that doesn't bother me, because it does, because again, like I said, I'm a pretty vain person. I kind of always have been. But vanity aside, that's not why I need to lose the weight. So it's hard, but I'm trying to teach myself that. So that's just a little bit about me and my condition. And we're all unique in the reasons that we've either gained weight or we need to lose weight or whatever it have you be. You know, every one of us has a unique story to get to the point where we're at, and it's all about how you take that next step in that journey and move forward from that. So, you know, we all struggle, but we all struggle just a little bit different, but the main struggle is all the same, which is why I love Team 383 so much, because it really, to me, it is not just a group. It's not just a Facebook page and a website, but it's a family, and we all can relate on a particular level. Like I said, we might all struggle a little bit differently, but we all struggle the same. And we all pretty much kind of have like that same goal in front of us, is we want to get to a healthy place, you know? And if what starts you off is, okay, I want to fit into a size 4 skinny jean, if that's what your motivation is to get started, that's fantastic. If that's what it takes to get you motivated to move. But keep in mind that that cannot be your ultimate goal. That even though the vain person is telling you, vanity fades, looks fade, size 4 jeans fade, that all fades. So you have to be wanting to do it for what's in here. You know, my purpose is that one day I plan on being a grandparent, and I don't want to be so debilitated because of my weight that I can't be that fun grandma. So that's what's in it for me. That's why I do this. And I hope that you all can get some inspiration and hope out of this as well, and that you enjoy watching these videos, because I enjoy making them. I really do. And to be perfectly honest, it's because it helps me stay motivated. So it's a little selfish, but that's good. Being selfish to yourself is never a bad thing. You've always been taught your life, oh, she's selfish, he's selfish, don't be selfish. You know, you have to love you first, and you have to put you first. So being selfish in a good way is a good thing, and don't let anybody else tell you different. So I'm going to end up, I usually try to keep them a little short, around 10 minutes. I don't want to take up too much of your day. So I'm going to end that in, you know, it got me to thinking when I was kind of putting this together, you know, about the journey and everything. So I'm going to leave you with a wonderful quote. And if you're a nerd like me, you'll know where it came from. So, but take this and, you know, kind of ponder on these words. Oh, and I almost forgot, I was going to totally skip this. I always try to give somebody a positive affirmation and a positive way to look out for the day. So I want you to, this week, your challenge for positivity, because it takes a lot of positiveness to get through this and to make changes and to make lifestyle changes. So I want you to take one thing you love about yourself. Vanity reasons, you know, can be. It doesn't have to be vanity reasons. Maybe it's your personality. Maybe you love your personality. I love mine. I also like my voice. This isn't the let's have Leyla sit here for half an hour and tell you everything she loves about herself. So we'll move on. I digress. Pick one thing you love about yourself. It could be anything. It could be, I have fantastic fingernails. You know, I have beautiful pinky toe. Doesn't matter. Pick that one thing, and when you start getting to that place, and we all know that dark place, and your mind starts to wander, and you start to think, oh, screw it, I'm gonna end this in a pint of pistachio gelato, then I want you to pick that one thing and say, no, let's turn this negative I'm feeling into something super positive. Like, I have got the most beautiful pinky toe. And I only use that because my pinky toe is hideous. But that's a whole nother story. I have got the most beautiful pinky toe in the world, and I am not going to spoil everything that I've been doing because my pinky toe is beautiful. This day might be poop, but my pinky toe is beautiful. So try to use that to kind of bring yourself back. And so here's the quote. Not all those who wander are lost. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I want you to have a fantabulous day, and I will see you next Tuesday. Ciao.